Hello everyone, and welcome to our virtual series on payroll testing in SAP Payroll and SuccessFactors environments. We will begin today by discussing typical test scenarios and issues often encountered, concluding with a brief introduction to some Spinifex tools that will help mitigate those risks. I want to begin with this synopsis of typical test scenarios. I'm sure as I read through the list, you will find yourself relating to each and every one of them. Starting with item number 1, which is the testing all customers must perform when upgrading by applying SAP patches and enhancement packs. Item number 2 references that common scenario when an individual employee's payroll results are obviously incorrect, but efforts to diagnose and fix aren't immediately successful. In those cases, the ability to recreate a scenario in a test environment for further, more detailed analysis and testing is critical. Items number 3 and 4 relate to those customer-driven changes that must be carefully tested, such as changes to the payroll or time schemas, the development of new payroll calculation rules, or custom ABAP programs. And here we review some of the risks involved when it comes to creating good test data. This can, for example, involve manually extracting data from the production system for copying into a test system, and we know that anytime manual effort is involved, there's a risk to data security, plus also the potential for human error. It can be a lengthy, time-consuming process requiring effort from both the business team members as well as the IT department. Additional issues to consider continue here. When the creation of test data is a burdensome task, it opens the door for shortcutting the process, using smaller subsets of employees, for example. This creates additional risks. However, trustworthy test results cannot be obtained if the test employees do not represent a good cross-section of the employee population. Testing with cookie cutters similarly, employees make it much less likely that unanticipated impacts of the system changes will be uncovered. And in some cases, if creating a refreshed test population is just too difficult, organizations find themselves using very old test data, which can result in limited scenarios. With EasyClone, creating test employees is a snap. Employees from the production system can be copied into other environments via an easy user interface. The end user simply selects which employees to clone or what data to include. The ability to scramble sensitive data fields is available and customizable to each organization's preference. A few key features of EasyClone are listed here. Note some of the specifics, such as the first item, that data residing in SAP Payroll plus data from Employee Central can be included. As mentioned previously, sensitive data can be scrambled and the user has control over how and when that is done. Because the cloning process occurs completely in the system by simply launching the tool, no data extracts are involved, which means a reduced audit risk. Another key feature to be aware of is in regards to data security. EasyClone respects the SAP security rules already in place. So if a user does not otherwise have access to a certain piece of data, they won't be able to gain access by creating a cloned copy. The tool can be used to copy just one single employee, for instance, in that scenario where one employee's payroll results need further investigation, or to copy the full population for the purpose of thorough regression testing. Just to give you an example, here we mention a particular case study involving one of our existing EasyClone customers. This customer tracked the time spent creating test data the old way versus using EasyClone and reported a 90% reduction in the amount of time needed, not to mention the other benefits achieved, such as the reduced audit and data integrity risks. Now that you're familiar with the EasyClone tool, let's build on that knowledge. Next time, for our third installment in this virtual series, we'll explore how EasyClone, utilized in concert with other Spinifex tools, can support you during a system migration from on-premise SAP to the cloud. EasyClone, and the rest of our solutions are available in the SAP Store. Looking forward to seeing you again on our next episode. See you then!